Well, hello everybody, specifically IM1 students, because this video is just for you. And of course, any parents too that would like to find out more about using the online textbook. So if you're thinking, I know how to use the online book, it's just like the regular book, except it's online. There's actually a whole different side of it that I think most of you, if not all of you, have not tried. So let's just go through again, getting to the online textbook. So if you start at the portal and you log in, which again is just a great thing to do every day. If you just start your school day by logging into the portal, you'll be set. You could check your email, you can go to Google Classroom. There's everything you need to do pretty much goes through the portal. So mine looks a little different than yours does because I'm a teacher, but at the bottom here I have the student tab just like you do. And again, you are students in middle school, so if you click on the middle school tile right here that has that folder, then you should have a tile that says HMH. And when you click on that tile, it should take you straight into the online textbook website. Now again, I'm a teacher, so mine looks a little bit different than yours, but you should have one that says HMH, California Integrated Math 1. And again, you only have these yellow ones here. You don't have the red ones that I have. But you notice there's two ways that you can access the book online. There is the student resources, and then there's the interactive student edition. So I really want to focus on the interactive student edition, but real quick, let's take a look at the student resources. So if you click on the student resources, it pulls up the student edition. And let's go ahead and look at where we're working right now, which is in Unit 4, Statistical Models. And we are in Module 9. So if I come over here, you could see it has some different resources that you're welcome to take a look at, some worksheets and different things to help you out if you need more practice resources. If I click here on 9.1 and pull it up, Student Edition, it is going to give me a PDF of the book pages. So as you can see, this is just like your textbook, boring old static pages. All right, this is what I post for you on Google Classroom. I also post the teacher edition, which you do not have access to. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Wanted to let you know there actually are some other things that you have access to. So if we take a look here also, if we come back out and we just go to this top part, integrated mathematics there. There's something right here that says Math on the Spot videos. So if you click on the Math on the Spot videos, and again, we're in Unit 4, this is where all those videos are. Again, Module 9. If you wanted to get to the videos, for some reason you lost the link, or I don't know why you'd want to go here, you just were longing to see Dr. Berger, you can get to those videos here. So again, those videos can be found in the resources by coming over here and choosing integrated math before you get to any of the sections, real world videos. So that right there takes you through, whoops, didn't mean to do that. That takes you through the student resources right there. So if you want just PDF copies, you just want to see what is on the book that's available to you, you can do that there. All right, but let's take a look and dive in at the interactive student edition right here, because this is the one I think that's actually more interesting and will be more helpful for you as you are working at home. So again, I pulled that one up. Now we're in Unit 4, Module 9. This looks just like what we were doing on the other one, right? 9.1, but it's going to be very different when we pull it up. So this is actually going to be interactive. So what it does is actually presents the lesson to you as a tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Tells you the essential question, not very interesting. If you scroll down, it shows you the lesson performance task. By the way, anytime you see any of these play buttons, it will read to you.
Preview of lesson performance task. The ages of the members of a town choir vary in
All right, so we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I just wanted to let you know that that was available. And if you see here down at the bottom, there's this arrow, and I can click over to the next one. And now it's actually going to take us through some of the textbook, exploring data, and it is interactive, so it allows you to work through the problems. Again, if you want to hear it, you can go ahead and press the
Caleb
play
and
button.
Tim have bowled 3 games. Their scores are shown in the chart. Game 1, Caleb, 155. Tim,
Again, you probably won't need to listen to it unless you're feeling kind of lazy and not wanting to read. But as you can see, it gives you the opportunities here to go ahead and work through it and check your answers. So if I wanted to actually do this and type it in, I could check it and it will tell me whether I am right or wrong. There's also these reflections you can do at the bottom. Now, just so you know, it's not going to tell you whether your reflections are right or wrong, obviously. And unless you really want to put in there and save it and have me take a look at it, I will not be seeing those. So probably the reflections is not something you want to be spending a lot of time on. All right, I did want to show you that up here, you can actually skip to whatever part you want. So if you wanted to skip the Explore, you can go to Explain. So this is kind of to introduce the lesson here. And then these are going to be some sample problems, example problems right here. So Concept 2. Again, if you want it to read it, it will read it through for you. I'm not going to play that for you. And then it allows you to work through these examples and check them. Again, trust me. Hey, who's that? Then what does it do? Then it embeds the videos where you actually need those videos to be. Kind of cool. So the Dr. Berger videos are embedded. So this is just a great thing to do if you want to work through the lesson. Of course, it's not nearly as good as having Mr. Reeves teach it to you, but maybe it's a little bit better than Khan Academy. Say you might find it helpful. All right, and then if you click on the Your Turn, the Your Turn actually will bring you to a problem, or sometimes more than one problem, where you actually can work through them and get some more answers. If you need some help, you can view an example. This would be like the examples you were just working through. If you want to do it step by step, you can click through and it actually takes you through and you fill some things in. And then it gets you to, you check that. And so instead of having to go directly from the problem to the answer, it guides you through. All right. And there are some other features as well that I'm going to let you investigate, but I want to skip now to this red part right here. And this is evaluate. All right. And these are actually the homework problems from the book. Now I want to go to Google Classroom. And when I post a lesson, so here's Integrated Math 1. And today's lesson I'll go to. So if we go to our first lesson here, two-way frequency tables. Oh, wow, 10 comments. I'm going to have to take a look at those. All right. And if you notice, I have given you some key problems. Now, again, if you read what I wrote, this isn't like traditional where I say do these problems and then you'll have met the practice requirement. These are simply the types of problems that you need to know how to do. You may need to do several like number 1 or 3 like number 5. All right. But if you are in the interactive book, so number 1, say, instead of doing it in the book, someone said, well, how do I turn it in? Well, if you do it here, there's nothing to turn in, although there is a way actually to submit it for me to see it, but I'm not going to ask you to do that. So, here, the mean is, let's just say, is a good description. I don't even know. I didn't read it carefully. Let's check the answer. All right. And, out of retry, show the correct answer. It is not. Show your answer. We were wrong. Darn. Let's try another one. The mean is not. Check answer. Correct. See, all right. So as you can see, this allows you to do the problem and get the feedback immediately. It's a little better than doing it on paper and then checking that way, or maybe it's not. It's maybe better is not the right word, but it's different. And certainly you can go through, and if you want to find the problems, again, there is, I believe, a 1-to-1 matchup. If you check the actual book problem versus you check what's here, they are Maybe not the same numbers, but they're the same type of problem. So it's just my recommendation during this time of distance learning that you start using this online book instead of the interactive book, instead of using the paper one. Now, again, you're welcome to use the paper book. You're welcome to do it like we've done it that way, but you're not going to be turning it in. You're not going to be getting a grade on it. All I'm grading during this distance learning time is assessments. So going back to where we logged in, student resources, if you just want to see PDFs of the lesson, maybe you want to print something, or maybe there's those videos and you wanted to find a certain video without having to scroll through, those resources were there. The interactive student edition, that's the tutorial. That's where you can work on those problems and get immediate feedback. All right, I hope this makes a little more clear how you can use that online book more effectively. If you have more questions, feel free to email me, and I'm going to jump out and go ahead and take a look at those comments on Google Classroom. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.